Country Carlson Fieldhouse for CTN's live coverage of boys high school basketball. A little non-conference action as the Cardinals host the Jefferson Jaguars. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro sidelines, and Howie still very early in the season, but the Cardinals 1-0 on the home floor, and they want to keep it that way.
They really do. This will be an interesting contest. You know, Jefferson really isn't a team that's going to press you. You know, they're going to play really solid defense. They like to play a low-scoring contest. I think the key for the Cardinals is to be able to fill up the basket tonight.
Yeah, the Jaguars have a couple more games under their belts, but I was going to bring that up. They don't score a lot. They're 2-3, but for both of these teams, very similar as far as not scoring a ton of points and an overwhelming majority of their points for both teams coming from their top two guys.
Yeah, Marcus Horton is one of their top two guys. He's their senior point guard. Yeah, he's going to play a big role tonight, quite obviously. He averages about 15 points a game. And, you know, he's going to kind of get the flow of the offense and get their offense working. He, along with Isaac Feller, too, another sophomore, actually, played since he was a freshman, averages about 14. So those two guys really lead the way for the Jags.
Yeah, and on the flip side for the home team, it's the two returning guys that are carrying the load. Jackson Young averaging 27-plus per game, and taking Plum and Tate not far behind.
No, averaging a little over 20 and 7 boards. You know, TPT can fill it up from the outside, and I think that's what they kind of want to look. Kind of work around those gaps defensively, get that open look, and they want to see if he can contribute tonight and build an early lead.
Yeah, 12 three-pointers already through the first 3 games of the season for Plowman Tate, so averaging 4 a game from beyond the arc. So watch for him on the perimeter. The Cardinals desperately need more depth scoring as they move through the rest of the season.
They're looking for that third guy, and they really haven't found him quite yet. And they thought Armando Henry would be that guy, and unfortunately he had an injury, so he's not in the lineup, obviously, for at this least time being. Hopefully he comes back this season. But they're looking for somebody to pick it up and spark them and fill it up from outside.
Well, the door is open for one of the other guys. A great opportunity. Who will take it? Cardinals and the Jaguars take the court next on CTN.
Did you know major recreational equipment like RVs, campers, converted buses, and boats are allowed on residential property in Coon Rapids? But you are limited to 2 items that must be registered and operable. And any vehicle parked at a home for more than 12 hours must not exceed a certain size. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handicaps and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So Sports Nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And Sports Nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Back at the field house, just about ready to get this one underway. Two teams trying to get back to 500. Coon Rapids 1-0 on their home floor. Jefferson 2-0 on the road so far this season. Their 2 wins at Holy Angels to start the season, and then last week 67-61 over crosstown rival Bloomington Kennedy.
When I was talking to Coach Evans, he said, you know, we've had games just a couple of days apart since the beginning of the season. They really haven't had a lot of practice time since Thanksgiving. So they really haven't been able to implement things. The kids are buying into the system. They get 10 days off after this game tonight.
Tip is won by Roland. Jefferson the first possession. Roland high on the left side, cross court for Horton. Down low on the baseline is Drollinger. In some traffic, knocked away out of bounds. Jaguars keep it 18 to go on the shot clock.
Coach Evans also said, you know, ball composure is really important. They've had way too many turnovers so far this year, and they're trying to eliminate those and avoid those here tonight.
Sawyer was trapped, ripped away by DeGogo. Jackson Young on the run, stops up, kicks it out. Jeremy Oddie will leave it back. Nice look inside. TPT easily lays it home.
Yeah, they would like to use TPT with his size underneath the basket tonight. We talked about him filling it up from the outside. Also pretty good job underneath.
Isaac Feller and Horton playing catch up top. Work it into the corner for Roland. Back up top, Feller, good look to the back door, a little too much on it for Drollinger. Coon Rapids has the rebound and right back on offense. Adi pressured off the ball by Feller, leaves it off for Jackson Young. Behind the back to find some room, drives and throws it up off the side of the backboard. And Jefferson in transition. Sawyer kicks it back up top. Horton to Feller. Down to Roland in the right corner. Feller will take the 3 and nail it.
Feller averaging 14. We talked about it a game, and just a sophomore.
DeGogo drives against Feller. Disrupted his shot enough. It's off the mark. Long rebound comes to Plowman Tate. A weird foul from behind as he took that shot, and he's going to have an opportunity for an early three-point play.
Yeah, so far, early on has all the points for the Cardinals. So again, you're going to see the foul from behind, but then he's going to take it up. There's the foul.
Yeah, well, after the ball had left his hands.
Yeah, that's just a foul that I know Coach Evans says you cannot take that.
Sawyer replaced by Braylon Kelly Taylor. Free throw will not fall. The rebound by Roland. Another steal for Cody DeGogo. Left side for Jeremy Oddie. Stops up on the baseline. Up top, DeGogo thought about this shot. Puts it on the floor, backs out. They work the perimeter again. Plenty of time, no reason to rush. LeClaire hands it off for Jackson Young. Draws some attention, kicks it out to Oddie. Oddie's pass into the corner. LeClaire back up top. 5 seconds left on his shot clock. Young will take it, and he will not get the roll. It was up there a long time, but it doesn't fall through the cylinder.
Yeah, that's a tough one for Jackson because he thought he had the bucket.
Roland kicks it back up top. Horton has yet to take his shot. Isaac Feller, another 3. This time it won't fall. The rebound by Plowman Tate.
Tate's a monster on the board, averaging 7 a game, as we talked about.
Throwing that one up in traffic, did not get the foul. Horton back the other way for Jefferson. Cross court into the corner for Kelly Taylor. He's in some traffic, draws a foul. It's going to be called against Jeremy Oddie.
There's head coach Jeff Evans, been the coach here for 29 years, but on the staff for 40 with his father. And he took over coaching, head coach for his father, and keep that in the family tradition at Jefferson.
Talk about stability at the coaching position. Young gets a hand in on Feller, forces him into the backcourt. Able to recover it, though, get some help from Kelly Taylor. Ran into some traffic, able to recollect himself. His pass taken away by a diving Jeremy Oddie, but he traveled as he was trying to complete the steal and
really good hustle.
Go out of bounds.
Great defense by the Cardinals. They're going to poke it away. And we talked about the Jaguars having issues with turnovers. They've committed a few here so far early on.
Three-pointer would not fall for Horton. The rebound by LeClaire. Young at the other end. Basket and a foul. He'll go to the line to see if he can convert a three-point play.
Yeah, that's what they want to do. They want to try and gain that edge, use his athletic ability to get around the corner, and he does a really nice job finishing with it. An opportunity, as you mentioned, to pick up that three-point play.
Horton coming over late, picks up the infraction. And Young able to roll it home. His first 3 points of the game. It's a 4-point lead for the home squad. Still very early, of course. Rolling down low for Jefferson. In some traffic, kicks it out. Horton a three from the corner. Won't fall. DeGogo has the rebound. Up court quickly to Jackson Young, trying to force his way past Feller. Cross court into the corner. Work it way back out. Way long three-pointer for Tegan Plowman Tate. He buried it.
He really did. Timeout. Bloomington Jefferson after now trailing 10-3, trying to get their offense going, but turnovers have been a problem, and Cardinals defense has played well and forced them into some problems here. But
well, good rotation to work it down low and then all the way back up top. Just about everybody touches the ball, but he's way outside, a good 4 feet beyond the arc. No problem for Tegan Plowman Tate.
No, he found the bottom of the net on that one.
He's got 7. The Cardinals lead 10-3, just over 4 minutes into the game.
Well, you know, you go back to our point, Joe, and certainly Coach O's point, so we need to try and find somebody else to score. They've scored 10 points all by their 2 stars, so they've got to find other guys to contribute. They certainly have on the defensive end, but offensively, they need to find some other guys to contribute.
But I don't know that we've seen anyone else with a shot attempt for the Cardinals to this point yet, but obviously still early. Young pokes it away from Feller. LeClaire gets in on it, keeps it alive on his keister. DeGogo on the drive, the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one in and out. The foul against Thomas Rowland.
Yeah, and against, you know, Cody making something happen. You know, he gets an opportunity to get to the bucket. There you're going to see a nice.
What a great play by Samson LeClaire to keep it alive while he's on the floor.
And Cody just couldn't finish at the other end, but again, just a really nice job to hustle.
Hard off the back iron on the first attempt. Well, again, 2 teams that really don't score a lot. The Jaguars just 59 points a game through 5. Coon Rapids a little better at 65 a game, and great chance in close on the second look for Young. Wouldn't go as DeGogo misses them both. And after the secondary miss, Jaguars back on offense. Adi nearly had a steal. Feller at 3 from the corner.
Well, they needed that.
He's got all 6. All from beyond the arc. Down low, Plowman Tate thought he had some contact from Feller.
Well, his shot was altered considerably.
Roll it, travel. Student section for the Cardinals has filled in, and they're giving Rowland the business.
The business.
Early on, trying to get into this contest. Home team up early. As I was just talking about, 2 teams that don't score a lot.
No.
So you can't get into a big hole early, no matter which bench you're sitting on. Feller on the run against Adi, gets the foul, will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that's going to be Adi's second, so he's probably going to have to take a little seat on the bench. Here in Winemore, going to get the opportunity to come in. Winemore is a junior.
But again, when you lose so much off of a team that had been so good, the state tournament team a year ago, they lost almost everybody from their starting lineup and their top 3 or 4 off the bench. So a lot of opportunity for a lot of different guys. A couple of free throw misses to our left this time. Coon Rapids able to get the ball back quickly into the offensive end. Samson LeClaire high on the left wing, up top for Wymore. Puts it on the floor, kicks it back out. LeClaire into the paint, back out, and that's a little too tall for Plowman Tate.
Yeah, he got in tight and he realized he couldn't do anything offensively with it, so he had to kick the ball back out. But as you mentioned, just a little bit too much air under that basketball and puts it out of bounds.
Horton, right side for Feller. Double team comes, kicks it down in the corner. Three-pointer will not fall for Sawyer. A second chance won't go for Drollinger. And back the other way comes the Cardinals. Wymore, a little pump fake, drives, trying to kick it to the corner to Gogo. Back up top, LeClaire will hand it back off. Cody to Gogo. Looking for some room against Rowland, and he got some contact.
That's going to be the second on Rowland. Oh, no, did they call? I thought they called.
No, yeah. Before they called him for travel.
Okay, I thought
same reaction.
Yeah, same reaction. It looked like it was a foul. Yeah, it's his first. But no, they've got 2 on the board for him. So it's his second, team 4th.
I just waited.
That's I committed a foul look.
It's so rare to have any sport, right? For an infraction, a foul, a penalty, what have you, for a guy to go, yep, that was me, I did it. Plowman Tate, a very quick trigger for 3-point, well off the mark. And now Jefferson back on the attack. And yeah,
that was a foul.
Samson LeClaire just climbed on top of Joshua Drollinger. And Drollinger fights through it to get a shot off, and will get to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, I'd say
that'll get
you every time.
Wait, did I get him? I just went straight up.
I just nicked him.
Some more missed free throws. So far, we've only seen 1 made free throw. And at least 3 missed at the Cardinals' end, 4 missed now by Jefferson. To Gogo for 3. That's off the mark, comes back to TPT. His shot wouldn't fall. LeClaire kicks it back out. Young from way downtown. That's off the mark. To Gogo battling for it, but it's secured by Augustus Volmuth for Jefferson.
These 2 teams haven't been able to buy a bucket here in the last few minutes.
Horton going to be called for the offensive, lowered the shoulder to get himself some room.
That'll be his second. Oh yeah, a little push. Yeah, they're going to extend the arm. They're going to call it every time. He's looking over the bench like, what?
Wait, what?
Wait, what? That's a foul.
Well, and I love, and it wasn't the view that the official had to blew the whistle, but from our perspective with that camera, you see him grit his teeth ready to throw a shoulder into Samson LeClaire. It's against the rules.
They frown upon it.
And they did call him, and true to form. What? Me? How can you call that? Pull-up jumper for Young is good. Breaks a little bit of a dry run for the home team. They're back up 12-6. Three-pointer for Horton. And a quick answer, his first points of the night. All of the Jaguars' points coming from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's what he does, and you know he's able to. We talked about averaging 15 a game here through their first 5.
Wymore looking for the answer, it would not fall. Feller the rebound and quickly to the other end. Feller in the middle gets a foul. Will go to the line to shoot 2. And Samson LeClaire picks up his second.
Yeah, so his second, team 4th. Okay, Nakoya going to check in. First opportunity here.
Feller hits them both and gets Jefferson back within a pair. 12-10 as Plowman Tate runs into the trap, taken away by Horton at the other end. He puts it up and in, and we're tied at a dozen.
Well, it's interesting because actually 13-12 lead for the Jaguars. And it's interesting because we talked about how both Cardinal Stars had all the points. Actually, both Jaguar Stars have all the points for their squad as well.
Well, this is just a good steal.
Elbow.
You saw Braylon Kelly Taylor taking the elbow to the chops as Horton came in behind, picked the pocket, and went in to score and get us. Actually, to get make it 13-12 in favor of Jefferson.
Head coach Mike O'Gork will have a chance to talk to him at the break, see what his thoughts on this first half are. But you know, he certainly. I think the biggest thing is, you know, and he's looking to play with a little more physicality here tonight. You know, they want to be a little more physical in terms of, you know, of rebounding, going up for a ball. Make sure you ball security is important.
Koye up top. Hands off to Wymore. And now Cody to Gogo. Looking for room. Working against Horton. Horton had a hand on the ball. He got it back, though, to TPT. And here's Kieran Wymore. Left side, Okoye. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. To Gogo, drives and scores off the glass.
Yeah, that's a tough bucket to give up for Jefferson with such little time on the shot clock. They let the Gogo go around and get a shot in close for the layup. First player.
Good movement to get Drollinger in the low post. He scores, had the mismatch. So both teams getting someone outside the top two to score at each end of the floor. Long three for Young. It's not going to fall.
It's a second three to rattle in and out.
Feller went way up to get that rebound. A steal by Wymore just across midcourt to Gogo. Tried to dump it underneath to Young. Three-pointer for Wymore is off the mark. Rebound tip to Koye. Secures it along the baseline. Working against Horton. Gets TPT on the run. Koye had a tip on the rebound, but it's secured by Braylon Kelly Taylor.
Again, just can't get that bucket underneath that time. Koye looked like he had an opportunity. Oh,
great
beautiful
feed
backdoor
underneath. Feller can't finish. Tipped out to Kelly Taylor. His three is off the mark. Long rebound tip to Wymore, and Coon Rapids back on the run. Young kicks it out to Gogo, to Plowman Tate, Wymore, and now Okoye. Jackson Young into the corner. Wymore, a little fake, steps in, little floater is good.
Yeah, nice job. The fake allowed himself to step up, get himself a better look at the basket, and he's able to drop it. 16-15 Coon Rapids.
Another steal for Cody to Gogo. Gets to the other end against Kelly Taylor, gives it off. Wymore back up top to the Gogo, and now Young for three, rolls it across the top of the rim again. Bounces around and out off of the Cardinals. Jefferson ball down 1. Jack Sawyer will check back in.
Can't buy a basket from out there early on.
Horton will carry it across midcourt, met by Jackson Young. Sawyer, high post, looking for help, puts it on the floor, nearly coughed it up, kicks it out. Horton for 3, it's good.
Yeah, again, just a really nice job of moving the ball around, finding Horton open. He's able to drop that 3. Both he and Feller have 8 apiece.
Three-pointer for Plowman Tate. Long rebound to Luke Thoen. Horton on the run. Thoen couldn't handle the pass. Okoye to Young behind the defense. He lays it up and in. We're tied at 18. Pressure on the ball again from the Cardinal defense. Feller able to secure it, but tied up. Okoye and Wymore both in there battling for it. Coon Rapids will have it on the possession arrow, and they will take a timeout.
Yeah, again, quick hands, transition, good defense leads to transition bucket for Jackson Young. You're going to see the nice job defensively, and Jackson's going to make sure he puts that up and in off the board for the easy bucket. So it's interesting. So both Feller and Horton have 8 apiece, and TPT and Young have 7 apiece.
It is quite curious.
Is that quite?
No one else in the ball game has more than 2.
Yep.
DeGogo and Wymore with 2 each for Coon Rapids, and 2 for Drollinger of the Jaguars.
A nice little crowd here tonight for a non-conference contest.
So Coon Rapids came out fast, had a 10-3 lead, but then outscored 10-2 as Jefferson stormed back to take the lead, and now we are all knotted up at 18 each. Just over 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Three-pointer for Wymore won't fall. The rebound by Kelly Taylor, and Horton will bring it up court. Runs into the double team, but they work out of it. Kelly Taylor on the baseline gets the foul, the bucket, and will have a chance at a three-point play. Okoye going to be called for his first.
Yeah, he got that, was able to keep the ball under control and get it to fall with the contact.
Kelly Taylor able to get the high bounce and through the hoop. A three-point lead for Bloomington Jefferson.
John Pink in the game for Coon Rapids. What did I say?
Pintz.
Pintz, that's right. Pintz.
Hands it off for DeGogo. Pass up top, taken away from Feller. He's been solid, not only scoring, but defensively so far. A big steal, a big basket, a two-possession lead for the visitors. Young went down hard and is in
right
some pain.
On his elbow, maybe.
He did make the basket, and the foul was called, but he is
seems to
in some pain.
He's a tough young man. He's not even thinking about getting any attention. As you're going to see, he gains the corner.
Oh, it did not fall.
No. Yeah, let's see if we can see where he landed. I think he landed right on his elbow. No, we can't see it from that angle, but nonetheless, he was in some pain.
Feller, as I was just talking about, doing so many other things. He gets the foul, but you know he came close to taking the contact to get the charge. So great effort. Jackson Young, the one that took the harder end of the fall.
He came down on all his weight on his hand maybe,
and hopefully
hyperextended something a little bit.
Hopefully didn't sprain a wrist
no.
or elbow or something. Misses both free throws. Horton in traffic, kicks it underneath. All alone is Drollinger to put it home.
Ken did a nice job. I mean, Coach O said they're gonna try and move it underneath on us, and you see they're doing a nice job of getting the bucket to increase their lead to 7.
Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Biggest lead of the game so far for the Jaguars. To go left side, back up top here in Wymore. Pass was out of the reach of Sampson LeClaire. They turn it back over. And another timeout for Coon Rapids.
After that turnover, Coach O has seen enough, and he needs to get the guys over and talk about things here a little bit. Now down by 7 with 4:34 remaining.
Led by athletic trainer extraordinaire Jeremy Shepard. Thank you, TCO, for being a part of our team.
So Jackson Young is 26 points away from 1,000, and he joins an elite club of only 3 other Cardinals to achieve that goal. Can you name them, Joe Yund?
3.
3.
In school history.
In school history. We've seen 2 of them. One we did was before we started.
Well, that would be Tom Copa.
That is correct, with 1,225, 1983 grad.
Well, I believe he was also Mr. Basketball
yes.
or whatever.
He was good. He was pretty good.
Basketball player of the year, whatever it is. He's pretty good. 2 in our time. So I'm going to go with Vandenberg.
Yep. Vandenberg was his 3rd at 11:45. He was class of 98. The second one's tough. You want me to give you the year?
Sure.
09.
09.
You're gonna remember him, and you're not gonna think of it. Over and back.
Over and back. Horton coughs it up when challenged by Young. You're gonna have to just tell me.
Ben Baker.
Ben Baker, yeah, he.
Yep.
Okay.
1,157 points. He's in 2nd. It's a great trivia question. Coon Rapids trivia.
Turnaround jumper is good for Jackson Young.
So he's 19 points away now, or 17 points away now.
Horton is going to draw the foul. All kinds of hands in on him. Trying to get to the ball. Somebody got the body. They're going to give the foul to Kyron Wymore. Inbound goes up top to Feller, right side, and now back to Feller up top. Kelly Taylor getting it low post. Drollinger kicks it out. Horton an open look. That rolls around the rim and out. Rebound by LeClaire, and he will carry it up court. Hand off to Jackson Young. Young working against Drollinger. Gets to the paint, lays it up softly, too softly, long rebound, LeClaire. Follow wouldn't go. The rebound by Kelly Taylor.
That was Pinson.
You are correct.
I just wanted to make sure I said it correctly this time.
Sawyer right side, gives it back to Horton. Into the corner, Feller puts the shot up and in, and he gets the foul. It's going to go against Plowman Tate. It'll be his first.
Feller has 13. Jags extend their lead to 8.
Yeah, he's been strong at both ends and been kind of everywhere for the Jaguars early. A little more than 3 minutes remaining in the opening half. Adi, right side, Wymore inside, back out, Adi for 3. It's off the mark. Kelly Taylor has the rebound. Hands it off. Sawyer will head up court. Get it to Feller. Back for Kelly Taylor. Back to Feller. Pass inside. Tipped away by Pence. Out of bounds. Last touched by Braylon Kelly Taylor. And the Cardinals will have the ball. They need every turnover they can get here late in half number 1.
They certainly do.
Young gets to the corner, runs into traffic, kicks it out. Wymore for 3. It's good.
That's a big 3. That is a big 3 for that young man coming off the bench. He has 5.
Adi got a piece of the pass, but ends up out of bounds. Jefferson maintains control. Great look.
Yeah.
You see all the attention that Young draws. 3 defenders get to him. He finds Wymore open, and Wymore able to deliver. Adi battling to rip that one away from Sawyer. And Coon Rapids in transition. That through the hands of Pence. Wymore back to the paint. Adi steps up. Right wing will retreat. Looking for support, gets it from Pence. Pence
traveled.
I think he may have been surprised at how much lane he saw in front of him.
Agree.
Well, that, you know, you talk about needing the depth scoring, that guy to be the number 3, and you see a lot of guys with the opportunity but unsure when they should take it, if they should take it, looking to pass more often than they are to drive or to score themselves. And some of that will work itself out as they move through the season, obviously. Young will, jumper won't go. Drollinger the rebound. Feller on the run to the other end. Off the mark. Out of bounds to the Jaguars.
The lead was at one time 8. Cardinals able to cut it to 5 with like a stop here or turnover here. That's going to be 3 on Adi.
Yeah, you can't argue that one.
Nope.
His third personal, 18 foul. In the game, Jaguars number 10 Team Spiders.
And as that is number 8, it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Braylon Kelly Taylor. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1, and then he's going to be called. Oh, they're going to call it against Plowman Tate. Coach O is irate, and he's.
That's not a good call.
I don't understand how you call that against the guy who had position. Thought Kelly reached around and held, but
Yeah, I think so too, but nonetheless.
and that's number 2 against Plowman Tate. Another miss on the front end of the 1-and-1. The rebound tipped to Horton. Kelly Taylor had it momentarily, ripped away from him. He's battling on the floor. And now Kelly Taylor's going to be called for the foul. Going after Wymore on the floor.
That'll be 7. Is that a makeup call? Is that a makeup call?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like, how do you call that? It's like, here, let me mug you in from behind, and then like get to see if I can get the foul on you.
Well, and the ref, you saw the ref who called it was off to the right.
Yeah, I mean,
and you saw Plowman Tate's arm come around to try and support himself because he was being mugged from over his right shoulder. So, you know, it's perspective.
Yes, no, absolutely. Plus, we're homers.
And he's human.
Yes, he is.
Wymore able to hit the first, earn the second here. .117 to go in the first half. Wymore able to hit them both. And it's a one-possession game. Horton steps up. Pintz nearly had the steal. Instead, he's going to get the foul.
Yep.
Horton's going to go to the line. No, they called him for traveling. Great defense for John Pintz. Had the initial tie-up. I thought he kind of then mugged him afterward, but it's not the way the officials saw it.
And that's all that matters.
And it could be just a matter of perspective.
Exactly.
Back the other way into the corner for Plowman Tate. Under a minute to go. Back up top for Young. To Go-Go. Gets the pick, gets to the paint. His pass tipped away out of bounds by Kelly Taylor.
Apparently the officials didn't see that. They're giving the ball. They're giving the ball to the Jags. That's an awful call. We could see it from here. That ball was tipped.
Wow. That's a big call. There have been some very interesting calls. Feller all kinds of room and he drains it. Six-point lead, 30 seconds to go. Young for 3. It's going to be short. Horton has the rebound. Stolen away by Young. Young is fouled by Feller. He will go to the line to shoot 2. For Feller, that'll be his second. He's got 16 points in this first half.
The Jaguars number 4, Isaac Feller. His second personal 8-point foul. Jackson Young to the line for the Cardinals.
Young's been stuck on 9 points here for a little bit, looking to move that point total up. Hits them both.
Yeah, lane infraction. Again, interesting calls called against the Cardinals. So it's a 5-point lead and an opportunity for the last shot here for Jefferson. 10 seconds to go. Sawyer battles through some contact, threw one up that wouldn't go. The other end, Young fakes, takes the shot at the buzzer, will not get the roll. And Jefferson will go to the locker room with a 5-point lead after it looked early on like Coon Rapids might be able to run away with it. Had that 10-3 lead very early, had their big guns going. But then Jefferson able to respond, get their top scorers very involved, and Isaac Feller, a big first half, 16 points to lead all scorers. His team leads 31-26. And down on the floor with Coon Rapids head coach Mike O'Gorick is our Howie Shapiro. Howie?
Thanks, Joe. I'm here with, of course, Coach O. Coach, we talked about a few things this morning. Turnovers, good defense. I thought, you saw a lot of that, but too many turnovers by you. A good job at the end of that to kind of cut into that score. Talk about the first half and what you saw.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job early on. We got sort of stale. Like, they're a good defensive team. They're hunkering in. So, like, as this game's got in the flow, like, we need to continue to execute multiple efforts in possession. So, screen game in particular, we sort of struggle. We're sort of missing bodies and we're floating. And against a team like this, when we float, we get in trouble. Getting in trouble means to those late shots that aren't ideal. Those lead to some of the turnovers, too, as we're trying to force stuff. I thought as we got on a little bit after a timeout, we started to execute a little bit better, started to get good looks again.
We talked about trying to find that other player coming off the bench. That number 12 did a good job of coming off the bench and putting some points in. Weimar coming off, doing a nice job.
Yeah, Kirby's been playing really well for us lately, and he's yeah, I mean, obviously getting some points, but there's been a lot of stuff. Like, look at the hustle plays early on. Like, he's really trying to keep balls alive. And, again, we're talking a lot about second, third efforts. Just doing some good things, man. He's practiced well, so hopefully, he's playing well. He's earned some minutes in the second half for sure.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second. We're going to take a quick break and back to break down the first half right after this.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then two noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So sports nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And sports nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Back at the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse, Bloomington Jefferson a 31-26 lead over the home team Cardinals. Coon Rapids got a good start. Things were looking good. Plowman Tate really got going early. Jackson Young hit a couple big shots. They had a 10-3 lead. And then winds changed as the Jaguars went on a run of their own, outscored the Cardinals 10-2 to take the lead and pretty much held the lead for the latter half of that first half. Isaac Feller, a huge first half, 16 points to lead all scorers, and a lot of faces on both sides looking at referees saying, what?
Yeah, it was an interesting call game. You're correct, and talking to Coach O, obviously at the break, and I think he saw a number of things that he liked out there, and coming back in the second half. Obviously, he talked about Weimar earning some more playing time as he's got 7 off the bench, and it'll be interesting to talk to Coach Evans here after the break too, and kind of get his perspective on what he saw. I know turnovers were an issue for him and some other things, so I think it's a pretty evenly played game here in half number 1.
Well, and what we expected, two teams that don't score a ton of points.
Yep.
So a low-scoring affair. Total of 57 on the board at the break. We'll have the second half after this on CTN. Back at the field house, just about ready to get the second half underway. Unfortunately, the Jaguars late back onto the floor, so we weren't able to grab a word with Coach Jeff Evans, but you've got to imagine he likes being in front, but I think both coaches like to see a little bit cleaner second half and a little more offense.
Yes, absolutely.
Go underneath to Young in traffic. Looking for help, kicks it out. Adi thought about it, steps in. His shot is good.
Yeah, and again, getting contribution from the other players certainly is important here. Going to be important in the second half for the Cardinals.
Feller pressured by Young. His pass taken away by Samson LeClaire. Trying to get it to Young. Drollinger tipped it away. I thought that Young had touched it last, but that is not the way the officials saw it.
Yeah, I think he definitely did.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
But again, perspective.
Exactly.
And being human. Go long three. High arcing shot is off the mark. Rebound by Thomas Rowland. Quickly at the other end, TPT with a block on Drollinger. Go. Blocked at the other end. Rowland knocks it away out of bounds.
Yeah, a little sloppy basketball to start this second half.
Bloomington kicks it out. Adi dribbles away from Feller. Cross-court pass taken away by Horton, and he's bumped by Go.
That's his first team foul on the Cardinals, and that's probably an infraction you don't need taking.
No, I was going to say it's a bad foul, but at least it's on a player just picking up his first. And pressure pays off as they deny Rowland in tight. Young driving, but unable to finish. Second chance is good, and it's a one-point game.
Jackson has a dozen.
Feller finds Rowland. He is fouled. Plowman Tate is going to pick up his third. That's a big one.
Yeah, it's a huge one early on here in the second half, and that's one player that they certainly need to stay on the court.
Going to put Rowland at the free throw line to shoot a couple. And first one is short, and that's another thing I think both coaches may have mentioned is especially early on, both teams just really struggled from the free throw line. Rowland able to hit the second. His first point of the night. Cody Go high on the right wing. Cross for Jeremy Adi. Working against Feller, will back away. Trying to hand off to Plowman Tate. He's pressured by Sawyer. Kicks it out. LeClaire for three. That one won't go. Feller all alone for the rebound.
And I like the look and the thought in the corner. LeClaire just couldn't get a drop. Nice. Oh, there's
Young with the steal. And if you don't see that one.
Yeah, but that's three. That's three on him as well.
Yeah, he just reached out and grabbed the whole handful of jersey.
Yeah. Here, wait, you can't go? Wait, hang on a minute. I'm trying to talk to you.
Oh, they're going to give him a
technical.
That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, probably not the guy you want to put the line either. It's
well, and that means 2 shots and the ball back.
Yep.
Opportunity to tie it and get possession.
And he does.
And he does just that.
Number 14, TJ Deal.
So we're all tied up, 15:34 to play in the second half. Plowman Tate checking out with those 3 fouls. We'll see how long they leave Isaac Feller out there. Again, he's leading all scorers with 16. We talked about it in the first half. He was everywhere for Jefferson. You know, probably their best rebounder and defensive player in that first half as well. Underneath, Rowland can't finish. LeClaire asking how he didn't get fouled. I think even Drollinger looked at him and yeah, I kind of hacked you. But
sorry.
Hey, no call, we'll take it.
If the official doesn't blow the whistle, you can play on.
It's only a foul if they call it.
That's right.
Because he did kind of get mugged. Drollinger right back to Horton. Horton reverses it up and in to put Jefferson back in front.
Yeah, and Horton has 10 on the evening.
Adi sets up right side. LeClaire at the top of the key. Hands off to Cody to go. Working against Sawyer into the paint. Draws traffic. Kicks it back out. Right back under. Adi alone at the back door. Ties it up at 34.
Yeah, and that was a heck of a pass by T.J. Neal.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of T.J. Neal in the other game we did.
Yep.
In his limited minutes, thought he did very well. A lot of nice things. Horton long 3 off the mark. Jackson Young tracks down the rebound. Cardinals want to push the tempo. Neal throws it up and gets stuck.
Wouldn't it be nice to be that tall, be able to jump up and just knock that ball off away from the rim? It would take me a step stool and a half.
And a long stick. Horton will bring it up court, tied at 34. Feller and Sawyer working up top. Sawyer trying to step in, got tripped up, no call. Horton in the corner will bring it back up top. Horton cross court, Feller an open look. That 3-pointer won't fall. Rebound tipped, controlled by the Cardinals. On the run, Young kicks it out. Adi for 3, that won't fall. Rowland has the rebound, and Horton will send it back to him. Almost didn't know it was coming. Feller in the corner, drives baseline and scores.
Yeah, you let him gain the corner, get right in there, and I know Coach O was not happy about that lack of defensive play there, as he's got 18 now. I mean, you go after him a little bit, see if you can pick up that 4th.
Adi to the corner to go for 3. It's good.
Yeah, he's got 5, and again, points from other people other than your 2 stars, and that's what the Cardinals have gotten here a little bit tonight. Another steal.
Jagogo has been a monster defensively in this contest. That last 3-pointer gave the Cardinals their first lead since it was 10-9.
Yeah, Adi got stuck and had nowhere to go with it. He turns it over. 1-point lead for the Cardinals.
Sorry, 13-12 was the last lead for the Cardinals. A miss for Jefferson, a rebound for the Cardinals. Neal to Adi, steps into a 3. That one won't fall. Neal got a piece of the rebound, but it's secured by Drollinger, and now Horton will bring it across midcourt. Sawyer on the left wing, back to Horton at the right. Down low, roll it. Can't find room inside. Horton steps into a jump shot, won't fall. LeClaire has the rebound, hands off to Cody to go. Under 12 minutes to go, a 1-point Coon Rapids lead. To go, a little head fake. Jackson Young now directing traffic as he works against Drollinger. Finds enough room to let the shot fly. It won't fall. Neal tips it around, gets it back out to Young. Great look underneath, and to go too far under the basket, was not able to put it back up and in. Horton to Feller, another open look, another miss from 3-point range, and DeGogo's going to be called for the That one was pretty hard to miss, too. He got position, get out of bounds. There's another look to go just a little bit too far underneath.
And then off of the miss, just a little bit of a bump on Sawyer. Inbound goes to Feller up top. Into the corner, Horton, little pump fake. Puts it on the floor. In the middle, turnaround shot is good for Lateef Squires. His first points of the night. Puts Bloomington back in front. LeClaire, cross court to Wymore. Jackson Young steps and hits the three, puts Coon Rapids back in front, 40-38.
He has 17. He doesn't need a lot of space. He creates it for himself, and he's got that deadly shot from the outside, and that's a turnover for the Jags.
Well, to their credit, they have not allowed Coon Rapids to really gain any momentum all night long since that opening push to start the game. And once Jefferson got going, they have answered every time the Cardinals have tried to cut things and get closer. DeGogo a look for three, well off the mark and out of bounds. And some of that is self-inflicted, but that's a leader for you right there. Connor Young, or Jackson Young. Going over to Cody DeGogo to say, hey, don't worry about it. Keep shooting. He definitely had the look. Feller drives, and DeGogo going to be called for the foul. And after having none in the first, he's got three already here in the second.
Yep, so along with Adi with 3 personals.
Feller able to get the roll. He's had a little trouble getting going here in the second half.
Now TPT's coming back into the lineup with 3 personals.
Feller hits them both. He's got 20 in the game, and we're even again at 40 all.
10-20 remaining in the contest.
Plowman Tate back for Jackson Young. Young to the high post, kicks it out to Adi. Steps in, out. Young or LeClaire, three from the top of the key.
Those are his first points of the contest, and big 3-point shot as it is to give the Cardinals that 3-point lead. And then a nice steal there. Young getting in the passing lane.
Wymore on the run, takes it right at Horton, comes up empty. Feller another rebound for Jefferson. Last 3 baskets for the home team, all from beyond the arc. And all from different guys. Cody DeGogo, Jackson Young, Samson LeClaire. Zollinger underneath. Feller is fouled.
Are they going to call TPT for the foul? Oh,
yes,
that's
are.
4. That's tough. Yeah, just 7 points, well below his average. A lot of that has to do with foul trouble, and he's going to come out of the game again with 4 personals.
And you put Feller back in the free throw line.
Yep.
You've got a player that can be that dangerous. Struggling a little bit to get going in the second half. You don't want to help by giving him chances at the charity stripe. Feller able to hit them both, back to a 1-point game. He's got 22 to lead all scorers.
Yeah, we maybe ISO'd the wrong player this evening. We had 2 to choose from.
Adi drives, but it rims out. Feller another rebound. Well, Plum and Tate was our choice as well. Early on, I was thinking, you know, at least there's no CTN curse.
Well,
but he had all 7 of his points 4 minutes into this game.
Right.
He hasn't scored since. His last bucket was a long three-pointer that put Coon Rapids up 10-3. Horton just battling in traffic. Oh, that's Taylor, Kelly Taylor.
That was way off that three by Feller.
Adi drives, kicks it out. Wymore, fake pass, drives and scores.
Yeah, again, we saw him do that in the first half. He just fakes that pass, and then he steps up to create a better shot for himself, and he dropped it. He has 9 off the bench.
Three-pointer for Horton is good at the other end. We're tied at 45.
Horton heard a who. Drops the 3.
Eight minutes remaining in the second half. Feller a hand in the passing lane to break it up. Sawyer and Drollinger will check back in for Bloomington Jefferson. Inbound goes to Wymore in the backcourt.
We talked about 2 evenly matched squads. We're tied at 45. It's been a good one.
Offensive foul called away from the ball. It's going to go against Samson LeClaire for an illegal screen.
That'll be his 3rd. I talked to Coach Evans about, you know, how are the guys been in foul situations. He said, we haven't had a guy foul out yet this year. So they've been able to play under control for the most part and stay in the game.
Well, Jefferson just 1 foul so far in this second half. Sawyer had a lot of room, kicks it over to Horton. Horton drives, shot won't fall. Pintz has the rebound.
Yeah, nice job by Pintz just to go up there and grab that.
Great pass from Wymore. LeClaire drives baseline, can't get it to fall. Pintz battles, gets the rebound out to Young for 3. It's good.
Well, Jackson Young is really taking over here in the second half. Are they going to give him the bucket?
Count, and he'll have a chance to tie it from the line.
Yeah, nice athletic move there by Horton. I mean, look at that. A great job by Pintz, and then able to find Young in the corner, and he drops it with authority. Horton with 15, looking to make it 16.
We're tied at 48. 20 points for Jackson Young. So 6 points away from 1,000. If I'm not mistaken.
Your Minneapolis math is correct. Oh, there's a Pintz with the elbow.
Offensive foul, and Horton taking the contact. No question that he was planted for a full second. Sawyer and Horton playing catch up top. Feller lurking in that far corner. LeClaire stepped up to force the turnover. Young, the bucket, and the foul. Wymore could have taken it, probably would have scored, left it back to make it even easier. And Sawyer gets turned around and creates the foul.
Well, I think his teammates want to see him get get to 1,000 points here in the home court. They have the next 3 games on the road. They would love to see him do it here in front of the faithful, and he's just 4 points away from doing that.
996 career points.
That's how many penalty minutes you had in high school, wasn't it?
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know that I had 6 penalty minutes. Young gets the extra one, a 3-point lead for the home team, 6:33 to go. And Young now leading all scorers with 23 in the game. Sawyer in that double team, gets it over to Feller. Red jerseys come, back door, Horton underneath. In traffic, Wymore had a piece of it, pried it free. LeClaire gets it across to Young. Stops up, working against Sawyer. Driving back to the lane, left-handed shot won't fall. Feller, another rebound.
Yeah, he's been a force out there at both ends of the court.
Pull-up three-pointer won't fall. Long rebound for Kelly Taylor. Finds Feller driving. That shot won't go. The rebound underneath. Drollinger draws contact and will go to the line to shoot 2. Feller a little slow to get up, but it looks like he's going to be okay.
Yep.
I think he was a little surprised not to get the foul on his drive. And Cody to go again. No fouls in the first half, now 4. And we'll see if he's left in the game. 5:42 to go. And how long before you put Plum and Tate back out there with his 4?
Well, you got to think about it. You got to look at the score and see if you can control it.
10 fouls in this half for Coon Rapids, only 2 for Jefferson. Drollinger hits 1 of 2.
He has 5.
Young in some trouble, fires cross court. Adi back to the paint, into the corner for Wymore. Adi looking for room, closes off quickly, gets it to LeClaire, into the paint, back out to Gogo. Steps back, takes the 3, high arcing shot off the mark, chases it, goes after his own rebound, and they're going to say that's out of bounds off to Gogo, and there is no foul because there was no possession. I think you have an argument that he had position and Kelly Taylor came out as somewhat out of control.
Yep, he did. But going after the basketball out of control.
It's perspective. That's the word for tonight, kids. Perspective. And the referee's perspective is different than our own in a lot of times. Horton certainly didn't feel that he traveled.
The word of the day from Uncle Joe.
I have long since admitted to my being a complete novice when it comes to the rules of basketball. I enjoy the game, know the basics, but you know, the minutia sometimes escapes me. But from my layman's perspective,
I agree. I happen to agree with you.
There have been some calls that made you go, interesting.
Scratch your head a little bit.
But I also, as much of a homer as I am, I think there's been pretty close to an equal number of head scratchers on either side. Good moves by Young to find the room, but the shot was off the mark, and then Wymore is called for the foul.
Coach O looking for an explanation.
Perspective is
there we go,
the explanation is perspective.
So when you get your homework and you get your tests,
by some perspectives, Horton threw a bit of an elbow to get Wymore off. By the other perspective, Wymore created that by holding in the first place.
Yep.
Opportunity to tie the ball game at the line here for Horton, and he does just that. 4:34 to go. DeGogo right side for Jeremy Oddie. 51 all. 4:20 on the clock. Oddie tripped up, and the call is going to go against Feller. That'll be his fourth.
That's a big foul.
Well, you mentioned it a few minutes ago. Do you go after him looking for that fourth foul? I'm surprised, to be honest, that they haven't.
Yeah, and sooner, but there's the reach in there. But
more difficult part is you really only have a couple of guys that have the driving ability to get him on his heels a little bit, and one of them has been on the bench.
Yeah.
And there you see Feller checking out.
You know he's does not want to come out of this game, obviously, and I'm sure disappointed with his fourth personal. But we'll see how long. I don't anticipate him being on the bench very long.
No, quick inbounds to Gogo. Drops it home. Again, good defense. LeClaire got in on Horton, in some trouble, finds Kelly Taylor underneath, and that's going to be number 5 against Cody DeGogo, and that's just a lazy foul.
Yeah, that's a foul.
And it's going to be a 3-point opportunity.
Yep, well, here comes TPT back into the ballgame with his 4 personals, and yeah, that's an unfortunate situation. Is he's just late on the move.
And Braylon Kelly Taylor an opportunity to give Jefferson the lead here. Just 1 tick, under 4 minutes remaining.
Well, they must not have. Oh yeah, they did. My bad.
And he's short. We'll stay tied at 53. Young the rebound, quickly to the other end. Wymore a 3-pointer, it won't go. Rebound got through Plowman Tate, being extra cautious not to get foul number 5. Tipped away by Young. Wymore got the ball, and then the foul from Horton. It's just his third. Well, it's his third, which I assume it's just, but
it is
with 3:44 to go, you can call it just 3. But it's just the 4th against Jefferson in the second half. Plowman Tate putting it on the floor against Kelly Taylor. Samson LeClaire, watched by Squires, gives it up to Oddie. Oddie working against Sawyer near midcourt. To the left side. Needs help, throws it off of Sawyer out of bounds. 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, I mean, again, smart play to be able to reset your offense. Tied up at 53.
Plowman Tate turns against Kelly Taylor, gets to the baseline, kicks it out. Oddie for 3. That one's short. The rebound by Kelly Taylor.
Yeah, and again, TPT really just couldn't be aggressive on that rebound opportunity. He just had to let him get it because of his 4 personals.
Yeah, you can see how cautious he is being on any 50-50 ball. He wants to challenge. He obviously wants to compete for that ball, but he doesn't want to go back on the bench.
No, definitely not. That would not be the case if he can avoid it.
And we'll see if Feller is going to check back in after this timeout.
We have some Cardinals that were just on the team a year ago with Tony Belpedio, Jackson Hetwer, Connor Jordan, I know, is there. Kenny Jones. Team that went to the state a year ago.
Yeah, it was a fun bunch for sure.
Yeah.
What a year, but you know, you look at it and it's not like they were a 20-5 team. They were a team that battled through some ups and downs, and got hot at the right time. Longest win streak in quite some time. Came right at section time.
Yep, it did. There are two other guys I just couldn't recognize. I couldn't name.
Jill
Hetler was actually sending me a message. I sent out one to her. Maybe she can help us with it. But
Parker Stoll was
Parker Stoll, that is correct. Yep, thank you.
Steal for Jeremy Oddie on that cross-court pass. He'll drive to the other end and then come out empty. But he got the foul and will go to the line and shoot 2.
That one's going to go on Sawyer.
Yeah, I need a roster in order to name anybody, typically.
Well, the guys I named, I totally know, so I totally recognize. I just, unfortunately, I didn't remember Parker Stoll's name.
Totally. Jeremy Oddie hits the first, puts the Cardinals back in front.
Gavin DeVries was the other one. So we got them all. We got them all mentioned. I'm glad to see them back here supporting the guys.
Jackson Young forcing the action full court, nearly came up with a steal. Horton down court, Feller underneath, shot won't go, tipped away by TPT. Horton driving back, throws it up, wouldn't go. Leclerc the rebound, Horton the foul, and now Horton has his 4th.
Yeah.
And now, yes, you can be, if you're Coon Rapids, when you're on offense, you can be a little more aggressive going after those two. As again, they've got 40 of the team's 53 points.
Yeah. Exactly.
Same could be said other side as Plum and Tate and Young have 30 of their 54.
Yeah, unfortunately, Plum and Tate's been in some foul trouble. Only 7 for the night.
Yeah, and again, he had all 7 of those points in the first 4 minutes. 3-pointer from Young is short. Horton all the way to the other end and throws it up and in, puts Jefferson back in front.
Nice bucket there. He stayed under control, able to get the basket.
Wymore underneath, can't get it to go, but pushes the rebound out where his teammates can pick it up. Wymore cross court to Oddie. Oddie, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Underneath, TPT is fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, I mean, and a great job by him to at least force something and force that foul, because they were running out of time with that shot clock running out. So that gives them an opportunity now to see if they can minimum of tie it, if not give them the 1-point lead.
It's a great dish.
Yeah, really nice dish.
Jeremy Oddie, Squires called for the foul. It's his first, team 7th. Plowman Tate gets us even, a chance to put us back in front. And he gets it to fall. 56-55 Cardinals. Just over 90 seconds to go. Feller into the corner, gets it back, eye on the right side. Horton squares up, gives it back to Feller, steps up, back to Horton. Horton inside, off the mark, rebound by Squires. Gets the bucket, plus the foul. That's a big follow for Latif Squires. 1:21 on the clock.
Yeah, and a huge free throw to try and put him up by a deuce. That was
number 5 against Tegan Plowman Tate.
Guy you need
foul
out there.
out with 8 points in the game, 9 points in the game. Squires converts. Jaguars by 2 with 1:21 on the clock.
TPT coming out and getting some love, giving some love to his teammates, even though he had that 5th foul. There you see it right there, the reach in and opportunity that able to make that 3-point play work. It's anybody's ball game at this point with $1:21 remaining.
As we talked about early, Coon Rapids 1-0 on the home floor. Jefferson 2-0 on the road so far this season. Both teams trying to keep those streaks going. But only one will be successful in that mission. Jackson Young. Straight down the middle, kicks it out. Was tipped. Adi able to track it down. Up top to Wymore. Jeremy Adi right side. Pick and roll. LeClaire kicks it out. Wymore for three. That's off the mark.
Big rebound
by Rowland.
Huge rebound by Rowland. No time to panic. Still just down by 2. Great turnover.
Adi to Young. He will lay it up. We are tied with 30 seconds to go.
.999.
Home crowd getting into it. Pulled free. Here's Jackson Young. Jefferson. He's got 1,000 points for his career. His team has a 60-58 lead.
Wow.
With 10 seconds on the clock.
I know they want to celebrate. Coach Carver saying back on the bench. Don't get called. Timeout called by the Cards.
2 in a row where the Cardinal defense forced a turnover and put Jackson Young in on a breakaway. The fans were ready for it. They wanted it. They needed it to happen in front of the home crowd. As you mentioned, they're on the road their next 3 games. But now just the 4th player in school history to surpass 1,000 career points.
Yeah, that's impressive, and you know he's got the rest of the season to continue on that. Coach O fired up for his squad. 10.3 remaining,
and he is after you might call a slow start, but he has really exploded to lead all scorers with 27. We talked about both these teams with the overwhelming majority of their points scored by 2 guys. And for Coon Rapids, we talked about Plowman Tate in foul trouble all game. Fouled out with 9. Young, a game-high 27. On the flip side, you've got Feller with 22, Horton with 20.
Yep, absolutely.
They got the ball with 10 seconds left. They trail by 2.
Yep. Pressure D here, just don't foul.
They get in, they tie it up. Possession arrow favors the Cardinals with 2 seconds left. John Pintz and Samson LeClaire just teamed up for one of the biggest defensive efforts of the season.
Absolutely.
Well, Jaguars are arguing that they had the possession arrow.
They're not going to win that argument.
And now a timeout, Coon Rapids. 2 seconds left.
Timeout on the floor.
Done a little bit of it all. He hasn't.
He has.
He's hit a couple from the perimeter, but really, certainly the majority of his points tonight have come in close.
He's chipped away at it for sure.
Our replay machine is being a little bit difficult.
Yeah, temperamental.
And congratulations to that young man.
Absolutely.
You know, one thing he has that only one of those other 4 has. State tournament appearance.
Absolutely. Yes, he
Topa
does.
also had 1,000 points and a state tournament appearance. Young out there directing traffic, being a leader, making sure everyone on the floor knows exactly what they're doing. Just need to get it inbounded to strong hands. And if they can play keep away long enough, defender falls down, Pence will just hold on to it. And the Cardinals, after trailing for a good chunk of this contest and being without one of their scoring leaders in foul trouble all game, they came back and they come up with a couple of big defensive plays late in a great finish for the home team to get the win, get back to 500, maintain their perfect record at home, and Jackson Young hits a milestone all at the same time.
Yeah, very exciting, very happy for that young man, very happy for this squad.
And we will take a break, try and get a little post-game reaction. Howie Shapiro, intrepid reporter, on his way to the floor. We'll be back to the Fieldhouse after this on CTN.
Got doing media requirements. That's a good bucket to get. Oh my gosh. That's the most pressure.
I'll get in the middle. I'll get in the middle. I'll be the short guy in the middle.
Back at the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse, a dramatic 60-58 win for the home team, and a leader hitting a magic milestone down on the floor with the successful coach, and the celebrated captain is our Howie Shapiro.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Yeah, obviously here with the star of the night, Jackson Young and Coach O. Jackson, first of all, 27 points, but more importantly, congratulations on 1,000. How did that feel?
Felt surreal. I mean, we were just here trying to get the win. Obviously, 1,000 points is a great accomplishment, but I'm more happy that we got that dub. 2-2 feels really sweet right now.
True team player. Obviously, it took it to just about the end of the game for you to go over the 1,000-point mark. Your teammates, I know, knew what was happening and wanted to feed you the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I can't thank my teammates more. I mean, they're my guys for a reason. I love them, and that's just what they do. You know what kind of team we are.
Let's talk about team defense, because I thought you guys did a really good job at the end of that game, taking the ball away from them, getting the opportunities, and coming away with this 2-point win.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you might look at our team right now, you might look at the stat sheets. We might not have the most offensive team in the world, but we have dogs. We have guys that'll get after it, get on the floor. Kirby, Cody, TJ, Samson, John, all of them. Jeremy contributed to this game, and that was huge on defense.
You're breathing a little sigh of relief now that you're up over the 1,000 mark?
Yeah. That that was a little bit of pressure, but I'm glad we got it.
Congratulations. That's we're very excited for you. Coach O, talk about this young man.
Yeah, he's a special young man. I got a 1,000 good things to say about him, and I'll have, 1,000, ironic, many more. He's a great leader. He works hard. I'm very proud of his accomplishment. When he was young, he had some goals of things he wanted to do here. He's checked off state, he's checked off 1,000, and I know there's another big one that, a couple big ones he wants to do, and I'm going to keep pushing him and driving him and hope that he gets there.
Talk about the effort from your squad at the end of that game, really to get it done and play strong defense, take that ball away. Talk about what they meant to the squad.
Oh, yeah, I thought we were really solid on the defensive side. A lot of guys in spots, too. We got in some foul trouble, so we had to be creative a little bit. Like, Cody DeGogo was coming in. He's having to play a different spot than we really prep him for in zone, just given the foul situation. Gave us some decent minutes there. John Pence, very tough at the bottom, getting some boards for us. And then, we talked about him at halftime, but Wymore, just so many effort, energy plays. Let's not forget Samson LeClaire as well. Just a dog today. Just absolutely worked hard. And it was a collective. The whole's greater than the sum of its parts. Those guys really worked hard together today. This was a really great team win. And I'm proud of these guys. This Jefferson team is a very solid team. They got a lot of solid players. So I'm very proud of where we're coming. And I'm proud of our ability to execute in a close game like that late. This says a lot about the growth of this group.
Even your record up at 2-2. Now you've got 3 games on the road. Talk a little bit about that stretch and how it looks for your club.
Yeah, good section test coming up. Anoka's off to a great start. We know they were co-section favorites last year, and they return everyone. So we know that it's sort of, we know that they're going to be ready for us as well. It's going to be a great test Thursday to just sort of see where we stand against probably the best team in our section right now. And then we go to a holiday tournament, and we're going to play Tartan, and they're like the 3rd or 4th ranked team in 4A right now. It's another team that's going to challenge us, and good opportunities for growth out of this group. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see how we compete, and it'll go a long way to determining the team we could be in March.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck on the road trip. Sorry. All right. We're going to throw it right back to Joe after I recuperate and call my health provider.
You expect Coach O to be fired up over every win, especially those tight wins.
I gave him the opportunity.
But, good win to celebrate for the team. And as he talked about, a lot of other pieces that maybe go unheralded that really contributed to the victory here tonight. Unfortunately, our replay machine is not among the heroes of tonight's contest and has decided that its night is done, so we don't have highlights of that young man's historic performance. You'll have to tune in on Sports Night on Monday. We will definitely go into great detail about his great effort and that milestone. There's a look at what we have coming up for you. We'll be back here at the Fieldhouse on Thursday. Girls basketball against the Greyhounds from Duluth East. We got the girls hockey team against the top 5 ranked Minnetonka Skipper squad, 3 o'clock on Saturday. And then boys hockey against Roseville at Roseville on Tuesday the 28th. But that's going to do it for this edition of Sports Night. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.